bounds.
Hey, Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone who is watching the video. So today I would like to review the play The Phantom of the Opera. So this play is based on the classic novel Le Phantom de l'Opéra by Gaston Leroux, which is a French writer, and the novel was based on real historical events that happened at the Paris Opera House during the 1800s, and the writer Gaston Leroux actually experienced some of the events by himself, thus inspiring him to write this novel. So the play, the script that Dr. Kana had uploaded in our Google Classroom, is adapted by Andrew Lloyd Webber along with Charles Sutton and Richard Stilgoe, which created the 1986 musical The Phantom of the Opera. So the story, The Phantom of the Opera, written by Gaston Leroux, there are actually a lot of adaptations of this story, and the most famous adaptation that is the longest running musical of all time at the Broadway since 2005 is the Webber adaptation. And the play consists of 95 pages and have two acts. Act 1, which consists of 10 scenes, and Act 2, which consists of 9 scenes. Okay, so I will now move on to the brief summary of the play. So The Phantom of the Opera tells the tale of a disfigured musical genius known only as the Phantom, who haunts the Paris Opera House. However, the Phantom is attracted to a young soprano which her name is Christine. However, she falls fiercely in love with her. Christine is actually one of the opera singer in the opera house, and during one of her performance, he met with his childhood friend Raoul, and both of them started to fall in love with each other. Because the Phantom terrified of losing Christine, the Phantom enacts a plan to keep Christine by his side, while Raoul tries to foil the scheme. Okay, the most important aspects that influenced me as a student while reading the play and how relevant it is the use of the mask as a symbol in this play. So the image of the mask is actually the key to understanding the book. The Phantom actually wore a mask everywhere he goes because he doesn't want to be noticed by the human society. However, this thing changed his perception changed because he was jealous with Christine, falling in love with Raoul. He kidnapped Raoul and forced Christine to marry him in order to free Raoul. So Christine agrees to marry the Phantom and to free his lover, and in fact she commits emotionally to this decision even though she doesn't love him. There's an act in the play where she holds the Phantom hand and kisses him on the forehead and shows him some of the basic human decency the Phantom has longed for since childhood. The Phantom felt touched by this and satisfied emotionally, feeling accepted and loved for the first time in his life. He decided to release Christine and Raoul and let them be together. So this is actually a quite interesting part of the play because the mask itself is something we can talk a lot of things. There's a lot to talk about the mask, what it symbolizes, and so on. And I think one of the reasons why this play is still relatable until today is because it is something that still happens during this time, where people with disabilities on their face felt like they need to hide their face because they felt like the world didn't love them and so on. It is quite sad because people who live with disabilities need to feel like this. Okay, so an additional information that I found is the Phantom of the Opera is actually still ongoing theatre, and they actually do hold a world tour where they go to countries and perform the theatre. And the price they get for this display range about 500 ringgit to more than 1,000 ringgit, based depending on the seat. So yeah, it is still an ongoing play, and here's the Twitter of their account, and I found that they will be holding their play on August. So here I will attach a brief trailer from the play itself. So sorry for exceeding the time limit, and thank you.
Let your fantasies unwind at the Phantom of the Opera on Broadway.